Hello everyone and welcome back to Fantasy Forge. I'm Cameron Holt, and it's time to get back to our roots. The roots that I stole from Just Jackdaw. But hey, the views in the comments don't lie, so here we are. But I am gonna change things up a little bit. So typically during these D&D Pokemon fusion videos, I create lore for my homebrew world of Kavora, creating monsters for any of the continents from Vassacre to Windfell to Grimdall to Mistinor, Thalioth, anywhere in between. But recently I've had a new idea, because I've been playing some Curse of Strahd lately, and it's been very fun. I've been really enjoying the kind of like horror aspects to the campaign. So I thought to myself, what if there was a D&D game that takes place in the Pokemon universe, specifically in the Kanto region, but also it's a grim dark horror campaign. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Normally, I make D&D monsters that are inspired by Pokemon, but in this case, I'm gonna take Pokemon and have them be inspired by the D&D monsters and kind of flip it around. I am going to play around a little bit with artistic style, but for the most part it's going to be in my usual style. Also, the fourth monster in this video is a little different and a little special, so be sure to stick around until the end. And just go ahead and subscribe while you're at it. I mean, wait, you don't know how to click a button? You know how buttons work? Prove to me that you know how buttons work. I'm worried about you. Up first is Sableye. This little dark and ghost type hangs out in dank caves and has creepy little gemstone eyes that give it dark vision. He's always watching. Its counterpart comes to us courtesy of Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, Orcus. There's a ton of information on Orcus, including several videos that are over 30 minutes long. But all that you really need to know is that he's a demon lord who doesn't care about anyone but himself, and would love nothing more than to replace every living thing with his own undead servants, to make the world, quote-unquote, perfect. Seems like a nice guy. Things in the Kanto region evolved when the meteor hit, in ways no one ever could have expected. We didn't know it yet, but the evil it brought would soon spread across the world. From Pallet to Lavender, Cinnabar to Viridian, even the Galar and Alola regions weren't safe. It affected not only the people, but the Pokemon as well. We don't go in Diglett's cave anymore. The Digletts, Dugtrio, and Zubats have all disappeared. The few trainers that have made it through the caves tell tales of a huge creature lurking in the depths. A Sableye that has evolved in unimaginable ways. It uses its massive hands like a cage to trap any who enter, slowly and painfully turning them to stone, their horrified expressions frozen to decorate the boulder-strewn grotto, the lair of the Crystal Cage Demon. Up next is Kangaskhan. The monster getting mashed in this round is, the Chimera. You know what? I think we're gonna need a few more Pokemon. Let's grab Pinsir and Charizard and let the nightmares begin. When the meteor landed in the Kanto region, the Pokemon scientist Bill was the first on the scene. Never one to pass up a chance to research something new that could change what we know about the science of Pokemon, he jumped at the opportunity. As Bill stared into the glowing space rock, breathing in the steamy fumes it emitted, something broke inside his mind. He began conducting experiments that would make the hair on even Team Rocket's necks stand on end. He pored through his collection of Pokemon trapped within his storage system, and began to alter them, creating horrid monstrosities. Among the first was Chimericon. Using the hardy body of Kangaskhan as a base, Bill used his teleporters to fuse the Pokemon with a Pinsir and a Charizard in an attempt to create the strongest Pokemon imaginable. Kangaskhan's child was absorbed in the process, and the brains of the individuals remained separate. The resulting creation was a tortured and deformed beast in constant pain, both physically and mentally. Is there anyone that can stop the mad Pokemon scientist in his dreary cottage by the sea? They'll have to get through Chimericon first. Up next is... oh no. And I thought the last one was bad. The Pokemon that is already a nightmare, Mr. Mime. This should be... interesting. The D&D monster for this round is the Hydra. Well, I think we all know what has to be done here. To save us all at least a little bit of decency, I'm going to go with a different style than usual on this one so as not to cause too many nightmares. The clouds of gas released from the meteor had unprecedented effects on the various Pokemon of the region, affecting the various Pokemon types differently. Some of the most horrid effects of the gas were the reactions caused on psychic types. The evolution process of Pokemon like Mr. Mime were accelerated, but became unstable. Some grew multiple arms and legs, or even multiple bodies sharing a single head. But in one legendary case, the Mime grew extra heads, each within a different evolutionary step of the Pokemon, creating a monstrous Pokemon with 3 types: Psychic, Fairy, and Ice. It roams the tall grass around Route 2, just waiting to trap travelers within its invisible walls before moving in to feast on its catch. Well, these have been pretty cursed so far, not gonna lie. This time I'm gonna do something a little different. Instead of mashing up a Pokemon with a D&D monster, I'm going to use this Fakemon generator to create a 100% randomly generated and original Pokemon. Let's see what we got. A fighting type Fakemon that is based on a hammer. It is a gigantic creature with a low cry that has a single pair of wings, has long claws and round ears, and its primary color is green. It lives in caves. Its abilities are Zen Mode and Wandering Spirit, and its moveset includes Focus Punch, Chip Away, and Dragon Hammer. I'm going to stay pretty close to this, but ultimately I will forget about the round ears, and you'll just have to forgive me for that one. The warping of people and Pokemon across the world weren't the only curses bestowed upon the land by the meteor. It also brought with it a new life form in the larval stage of its life. As the atmosphere of the world shifts and changes, the larva evolves, destined to reach its ultimate form, a gigantic hammer-headed eldritch horror known as Starspawn. The winged horror slices through buildings with its 10-foot claws, blowing them away with massive beating wings and crushing anything left with its armored metal head. The Pokemon aren't the only ones affected by the meteor, however. Some brave trainers have had new abilities awakened within themselves. Will these abilities be enough to survive in this grim world of horrors and strife? What new horrors await the trainers out in the world? And will they be able to catch them all in time? Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. You can also like it and comment if you enjoyed it or if you have any questions, or if there's anything specific that you want to see me draw or build or craft or sculpt or 3D print in the future, because I can do all those things. Also, hey, watch my other videos. There's a pretty good one right here. There's another good one that's like right here. They're both pretty good. You can click this button and you can subscribe. That's fun. That was really fun. Remember how we talked about buttons and how you need to know how they work? I need to know you know how buttons work. Click this button. Do it, please. For the sake of all of us. If you have friends, show them this video. They've earned that. We're doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. I can't talk too much about what it is yet because, I mean, we're not there yet. So let's get there. And then I'll give you some stuff. We'll talk about the rules and the prize for the giveaway once we reach 1,000 subscribers. But with all of that being said, I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. But until then, especially in this grim, dark Pokemon world, stay safe out there, adventurers.